There have been a lot of times where I have worked on different scripts, different projects, different things where I'm looking at files, I'm looking at code, and I see a bunch of lines, hundreds of lines, maybe thousands and thousands of lines. And trying to figure it out all in my head is very hard. And one of the things that annoyed me is that it was very difficult to kind of get myself back into place as to where I want it to be. Like, yes, sure, in Vscode, there are specific ways that you can do that. For example, there is the outline feature in Vscode where you can be able to get from like one variable or function or class. And there's also using ctrl+g on Windows. So if I wanted to get back to line 39 and I was somewhere else, I would just type in ctrl+g and then put in the number, which is 39, and then type in enter, and therefore I would get back to where I was before. However, let's say I forget the number. For me, I haven't seen a way to be able to jump back to a specific line that helps. And so I wanted to be able to make something that helped me to get back to where I was before. So I decided I should probably make my own Vscode extension. I had to set this up on Microsoft DevOps. Like, they want me to create a project, but I never do. I go to devazure.com with whatever like Azure portal account that you have. Then once you have that, instead of creating an account, all I do is I go into like user settings, and I believe it was personal access tokens. What you do is you run npm install g yo generator code. Once you do that, it's going to run you through a couple different things that you want to do to build out or scaffold out the project that you can make for a Vscode extension. So use npm install g vscode vsce. So you have to remember to create a publisher. It shows up in the package.json file here. In the publisher section, I chose masterjx9 because that is my handle for most things. I also added in the URL of the repo for this. You just scaffold out your package.json according to what you think is necessary. You can look it up. I think they have a little file here where you can see the manifest as far as fields, as far as the key values and data types and stuff like that. The mark point function here, or arrow function that's basically happening here, is the ctrl+m function, right? So when I hit ctrl+alt+m, that is what this whole function is doing essentially right here. The jump next and the jump previous is basically the ctrl+alt+left and rights. So after I published it, it actually shows up in the marketplace.